Here we got 2005 Lincoln. Nothing too interesting. Looks pretty normal. Let's keep it going. Ooh, this one's pretty damaged. It's pretty hefty damage to 2021 penny. Nothing really interesting about it except for the damage. Let's keep it going. 1988, kind of golden tint. Still a lot of junk on there and staining, so it's not really worth keeping. Got a bunch of staining. Is that a chip down there, I think? Oh, it's just staining. And it's just looking okay. Nothing really too important and interesting about it that I'd keep it for. And 2016, pretty damaged penny as well. It's nothing really interesting. Not seeing anything that would make it valuable. 1967, a lot of staining on it, just mostly stained. Nothing really interesting about that. Got a 2069 S-Mint mark. That one's kind of interesting. I think I'll keep it. Oh, maybe not, because the gunk right there. Let's keep it going. 1977D. Nothing really missing. Not really offset. Not doesn't look double stricken. D looks normal. Keep going. Keep going. And 1964. This one looks pretty nice. Pretty good condition on the front. Got like a little bit of gunk right there on the memorial right there, and then the 01. But it looks pretty cool besides that. I don't know. It's a no mint mark, so I think it's a Philly. Stairs look fine. FG looks fine. Not really anything interesting about it. 1994 D. Pretty good condition except for the staining right there. FG's normal. Stairs are normal. Let's keep it going. 1981 D. Okay. FG's there, staining on the back there. Staining on the front. Ooh, 2014 got some staining on the R and U. Not really anything else to look at. 2016 D, some damage right there. Not really seeing any double striking. Nothing really interesting that stands out. 1974 D. Yo, welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy. I'm just looking through some pennies here and talking. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Not really anything interesting on that. It's a 1970 D. And looking in okay condition. We got 1990 with staining on the head. Some staining on the back on the memorial. Not really any interest in that. 2000 D. Alright, so looking okay condition. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. If you're curious about anything, feel free to ask. If you want to chat, I'm totally open to that, because just opening these pennies here is not the most interesting thing. Alright, 1998. Some heavy damage on the surface of it. FG's there. Nothing really interesting about that penny. 2020. Nothing really interesting about that. Oh, wow, 12 years. All right, if you guys are interested about anything, if you want to talk, I'm totally open to it. I think it's kind of fun talking to y'all. It's interesting hearing what y'all got to say. All right, we got 2015. How's it going, Sierra? I'll grab that one. Ooh, yeah, I remember seeing that. What year? This one's a 2014. And this one's kind of interesting because it's got an arrow into his neck. I know it's damage, but it's still interesting, so I decided to keep that. All right. So we have a bunch of different year pennies that we're looking through. That's what we're kind of doing right here. I'm just grabbed a couple rolls from the bank. Cool, man. All right, we got nothing interesting on that one. All right, ooh, that's heavy staining and damage on the front on that one. 1989. Nothing really interesting. FG looks right there. So basically right here, as I'm looking through pennies to see if there's anything interesting about them. Sometimes if they're older and they're really good condition, I'll keep them. If there's anything interesting, like let me grab some from, let me see. I don't have, well, for example, if I find anything interesting like the arrow into that, I'll keep them, stuff like that. Or if there's errors, I don't have any error coins near me right now because I recently started. Nothing to like show you what I'm kind of looking for, because I did just recently start and it takes a little bit to find them. 1980, 1995, pretty good condition, but there's gunk on the front right there. But Sierra, you into collecting stuff? Because I'm big on collecting stuff, if you can't tell by the name. Alright. Really stained coin right there. Let's keep it going. 1982D. Alright. 1970D. Some damage on the front here, some chipping. That's kind of interesting, the chipping on the shoulder there, but I think that's just damage over time. Alright, we got 2005D. Got the FG mint mark, you can see it right there. Not really anything interesting on that one. 2021D. Not anything really too interesting. 2019, some chipping. Not really. Looking pretty good condition on the front. Good condition on the back, except for some gunk on the shield. I'm sorry I don't have any music or anything like that going, because I'm still getting newer to this. So you just gotta listen to me and my voice. 1970D. Got a little bit of gunk. FG's there, it's just a little bit dim. Welcome to the stream, guys. If you guys have anything, oh, nope. 2019. Well, if anyone's here right now, welcome to the stream. And if you're curious about anything, feel free to ask. I'm willing to talk in the chat. I'd love to talk to y'all because opening these pennies is not the most entertaining thing to do. 1991. But feel free to chat. I love talking to y'all. Love hearing feedback. And if you're really curious about anything about me, I'm much more than willing to talk. Alright. So nothing too interesting about these. 2006 FG. 1975D. Liberty, a lot of gunk on that. FG, alright. This one's got some damage on it. 1981. FG's there, everything that would make it not valuable is there, of course. Shield, that's a 2014. A lot of staining on it. And nothing really interesting about it except for the staining. 2023. It's newer. Not really seeing any errors on it. Alright. 1984. Got some damage. No, just a bunch of staining on the front side and back side. Alright. Got a 1983D with just a bunch of staining. Well, if you're curious about anything I'm talking about, feel free to chat, asking me about anything, ask me what I'm looking for. I'll gladly describe it. Because if you're interested in getting into it, I started 3 years ago. Took a little break, and now I'm back into it. 1970D in pretty good condition, just the redding of it. I don't know if that's a rusting of the copper or not, but it might be. 2016, a lot of damage to it. I understand not many people want to watch this because this is very boring. It's just me looking through pennies, but which is why I'm more than interested in talking. Learning your guys' experiences and what you're interested in. 1992. Nothing really interesting about it. 1989. A lot of gunk on that corner there. And nothing too interesting about it. Got some heavy damage and gunk on this one.